Hi Sacred Souls, welcome to my channel Sacred Intuition 111 and welcome to my first extended that is going to be freely available as part 2 on YouTube. But let's get into this. I chose 2 decks. The Singles and Relationship Oracle deck, it's about what's blocking you. And this is what we're going to use to find out what was the protection about, what was the kind of blockage. But we're also going to use the naked truth as to find out about what is the truth, what is this person actually going to try to tell you, or what is it that they couldn't tell you. Now, very intriguing. The top card I haven't looked at yet, but I saw how it was sliding. So we're going to look at it in a second. But underneath the deck is I tried to replace you, but it didn't work out because I'm madly in love with you and I was fighting it. I know this is divine. I told you that the emotions were there, but someone didn't take action. Someone did not leave their comfort zone. Someone was staying stuck and was looking towards the past. Whether this is someone who... No, I feel like this person was deeply hurt in the past and they stayed stuck in a cycle. And they thought they were in control by staying in a comfort zone that they kind of created. But that was not a safe zone. That was like a deep betrayal of their own. It's actually madness. So, but I'm going to put this here because this is relevant. Now I'm intrigued. Okay, I effed up. I don't know what to say to you or how to make this right. Yeah. And this is... But for some reason, this person is going to find the strength to tell you the truth, or you are going to learn the truth in some kind of way or shape or form, some kind of capacity, okay? And even if it's just through this reading that you are learning the truth as to what the heck happened. Someone was so deeply afraid of the intensity of this connection that they tried to replace you against someone like... Do you know how, so many people say that if I'm too much, go find less? And that's exactly what they did. But the less is exactly that. It's less. It's not equal. It might allow someone to stay in their comfort zone. And they don't like me talking about this because my throat chakra is closing up. There's a froggy in my throat. So, and the frog stands for release, as I learned. So someone has to speak the truth as well as to what truly kept them from moving forward, what kept them from taking action, right? What is it that really kept them stuck? But they know that they effed up, okay? And they literally don't know what to say to you. Okay, so what is the naked truth here? What is it? You cannot make this up. Honestly, I told you. They said you are not their type or whatever they come across. Like whatever they said to you. Maybe they didn't even say anything. Maybe they just plainly ghosted. Maybe they just left. Okay? Maybe they just stayed stuck in a certain situation. And it doesn't have to be a romantic one. For some of you, it's not even that they found someone like literal different romantic relationship. Maybe they just engaged in like casual flings, or they just drowned themselves in work. And for some of you, they did both. Okay, or also hanging out with friends, right? Or super being focused on family. Nothing being focused on family. That's a beautiful thing as well. But yeah, the grass wasn't greener. I regret my actions. I am a fool. This person is going to tell you exactly this truth, rightfully so. No way. You cannot make this up. Honestly, my intuition is on point. Anyone doubting this, I don't know. You cannot make this up. I mean, how many cards are there in this deck? I don't know. Well, it says 54. I'm sorry I put my career before you. What did I say? If it's not romantic, they did drown themselves in work. I'm trying to get out of debt. I'm willing to put in the time and effort. The 2 of Wands, like taking action, like inspirational, like now because I don't want to lose you. Maybe this person even told you, like, I don't have time to give to a committed relationship. Maybe they plainly told you, my focus is elsewhere. I don't have time. Maybe they don't have to be a cruel person. Maybe this person literally told you, honestly, I don't have time to invest in you. You deserve better. I cannot give you what you deserve. And go find someone else that is willing to even put in the time and effort, because I'm not willing to put in the time and effort. They might have even told you this, okay? And they might packaged it a little bit different, right? They might have said like, yeah, you're not, like, I do not want to invest my time into you. But I think the truth is that they didn't reach, like, they had a certain goal, and having goals is amazing. But sometimes people really lose themselves in their goals. And sometimes it gets really, really tough. And you know what I'm getting here with I'm going through a lot right now. I need space and time to gather my thoughts. I feel like this is kind of past energy. Maybe slightly even now present energy. That might be also the reason why they haven't come forward yet. But nonetheless, this person is someone who gets really overwhelmed if they have too much going on. This person might have ADHD, could be. And it's so interesting because so many people with ADHD are really high functioning and they're overperformers at work. But when it comes to their private life, they just lack the energy to do anything else. So they feel socially like their social battery is drained. Like they cannot, right? And if someone feels like this, then they put a single focus, for instance, because it helps them. And I really do pick up the vibe that this is exactly what happened with this person here. And I'm not saying this to sugarcoat them or anything, but this is about learning the truth. Is there anything else? I feel like 2 or 3 more cards. Okay. Do you still think about me? They are wondering, do you actually still wait for them? Do you actually want them to be on this ship that is coming towards you? Is it actually still what you still desire? And maybe you should ask yourself that as well. It's a valid question. Do you still think about me? Do you still want me? Do you still love me? I need to know if I should move on. I'm hurting. Now, I'm already hearing one person, well, you kind of put yourself in that spot. Truth is, I'm in love with you. Honestly, I think this person needed distance and silence. Yeah, look. I've been putting on a front. My life is not what it seems on the outside. Yes. Honestly, this is the kind of person that looks so well achieved in their life, so well put together, shining like towards the outside. But I don't think that what they are presenting to the outside, and literally we got the answer, is not how they actually truly feel inside. And you were someone, you managed to look beyond the facade. You made them actually face themselves. And that is something that is very, very triggering for someone who tries to keep things bottled up in order to keep a control, like to keep the lid on something, because they are too afraid that what if everything comes bubbling up and I cannot handle it and I'm gonna drown, and I'm like, whoa, right? Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Those are the 2 cards. I'm not going to take any more. I know you are my soulmate, babe. Our bond is magnetic. I'm seeing all the signs, and that's it. You know what? Before, when you were in their life, I feel like they thought that the signs that they received, that was because you were so much in their energy. Okay? That they even sometimes, I'm hearing, they felt manipulated. Like as if you were trying to control them. Don't get triggered. That is more a projection. well, it's not projection, that's not the right word, but it's they are coming from a wounded place because they had this kind of experience with someone who they dealt with before. Okay. I'm seeing, I was hiding my true feelings from you because I was scared of commitment. I didn't want to lose my freedom. What did I tell you? For some of you, literally, this person wanted to have like only these casual flings because that made them feel in control. And yeah, so, but this isn't over. You haven't heard the last of me. We have unfinished business. Kind of sounds like a threat. No. And this is exactly what I meant with this. You saw behind the facade, beyond that. And that freaked them out because they couldn't figure it out how you could see all that. And it also put a lot of pressure on them, not because you forced it, but because they realized that you saw their potential. They felt pressure to step up, but they didn't have the strength yet to step up. And you're so smart, you have me figured out. Yeah. And that is exactly what happened there. Yeah. And they are tired of the silent treatment. I want to sit down and talk about this once and for all. I'm telling you, this person is going to reach out. You are going to learn the truth because you are aligning with it. But that's also because that person is aligning. And this person probably also had to learn their lessons. And that's fine. Some were maybe also very pleasant lessons that might have boosted also the courage, right? Okay, let's see. Because I mean, there's protection and cut ties. So what was blocking this? What required this protection and this cutting ties? Addiction. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. It could be that someone was, yeah, using certain materials, right? And this person actually they had to sober up. Like, and I don't mean that it has to be like alcohol, whatever it might be, right? Whatever their coping mechanism is. And this is why, and if this person was so engaged in this behavior, it would have bled on you, okay? It simply would have bled out on you. Yeah, and this person was stuck in victim mentality. You feel helpless to change your love life, but you can change whenever you want. And that is something that this person had to learn. This is why this tower had to crumble, because the foundation that you had, it was not stable, because it was built on pills. Like, yeah, how's that gonna work? It's not gonna help. Like, you need to crush them, flush them, get them out. And I'm not saying that your person had like something to do with pills or whatsoever, but it could be. Yeah. Being cold. You seem unapproachable because you're aloof. Try being more friendly. That is exactly what I'm getting from this person. This person put on a persona to the outside that they were so cold and detached. And I absolutely believe that they chose words that were sometimes really cutting. I actually don't believe that they truly felt them inside. And I'm just feeling a sense of remorse right now as I'm talking about this. This person is deeply remorseful. But since they were in this victim mentality, they just kept on relooping and relooping and relooping. So whenever they felt bad about themselves, they used whatever it was to help them escape. Whatever coping mechanism that was, right? And they thought that if they were presenting as this cold person, that it would, that it would protect them from harm. But that is not true. And especially, there is this quote that says, only a cold heart breaks. And it's true. so many people have the misconception that if they're being cold and unapproachable, that this is how they are preventing of getting hurt in love. But no, it doesn't. Because it requires a warm heart. And that reminds me so much of the reading that I posted yesterday. And it also talks about like being like this eternal love and like embodying the love frequency. And that is also something that this person had to learn. Okay. And they also had to learn to cut ties to these coping mechanisms. Is there anything else that was blocking this? That, yeah, whatever needs to come. Well, that's a lot. Oh, wow. Settling, ambivalent, and age issues. Yeah, ambivalent. Don't stay with someone who isn't right for you just because it's safe. What I'm getting is also a message for you here, because clearly you also saw how this person was acting in their life. And you chose at first to stay because you truly loved this person, okay? But part of your lesson was also to learn that you're not helpless. You can create the change that you want to see. But sometimes creating that change means that you have to let something go that you were holding on to so long. So this might also resonate very much with you, because the same way how this person looked towards the past, it was also you holding on to the past version and the potential that you saw in them. And how you thought something was going to play out and plan out. Interesting that I said plan out, okay? Maybe you had something really planned out, like you had like ideas how, yeah, what would you be doing together, right? You had like maybe a 5-year plan. That's what's, now I'm hearing 8-year plan. Interesting. 8 months, okay? Wild. But it was also your lesson in protection that cutting ties with people who are not a vibrational match is actually for your highest good. Okay, ambivalent. You say you want a lover, but you're not all in. Take time to figure out what you want. This might be upsetting for someone to hear, but maybe you also were accepting crumbs because it also gave you, maybe you also have some kind of avoidant tendency, because I pick up a very strong avoidant like attachment style here from the person that you're connected to. But what I'm also getting from you is that you also seem to have some avoidant tendencies, because maybe you were taught by your parental figures that that's normal. That is like that is a belief system that you're having. That is something that is your comfort zone. That is not only their comfort zone. Like maybe they learned from the parental home that showing emotions is weakness. Maybe you learned in your home that if you don't put in so much effort and try to gain the attention and do everything for someone else, that you would not be noticed. Different causes, different roots, but having the same kind of effect. Being afraid of deeply, truly opening your heart. And it really reminds me of that movie that I saw in February. And it was beautiful. Or January, I don't know. But it really made me cry. Like in a positive way. Because yeah, it touched me. But it's so true. The thing that you need in love is courage. And maybe you should ask yourself, are you truly ready, or do you just want to be ready? And why do you think you have to be ready right now? I'm not saying that you're not ready. Don't get me wrong. No, that's not what I'm saying. Why did I scratch? Lone wolf. Oh, wow. There's always a reason if something like this happens. I always believe that this is also another message that needs to come through, okay? We're gonna go to this. I think you're mirroring each other. And this part might not apply to all of you. Maybe it just only applies to one. And then that's fine if it finds that one particular person. I think you both embody this lone wolf. Are you really a loner, or are you afraid of loving someone who could hurt you? Oh my God, I'm out. That's literally what I was talking about with the movie. Yes, because if you deeply love someone, if you let someone in, this person can crush you. Yeah, but they can also lift you higher. And if you're constantly afraid of true love, how can you call it in? How can you align with true love? Good fortune and the alignment card here. If you're afraid of it, if you are in lack or fear, you will repel it. Not because it's not meant for you, not because it's not ready to come in, but because you don't let it. You have the key to that door to open it, but you keep it locked. I'm hearing safe and sound. Now I'm hearing Hunger Games. Okay, safe and sound, Hunger Games. This is wild. Yeah, like you just portray it maybe in two different ways. Maybe you do it the same way. You'll know this if it's for you. But and this is why I picked up the avoidant tendencies here on both parts. Maybe it resonates with you if I'm saying, or when I'm saying, that you are very, maybe also very quick to cut ties sometimes. Be like, oh no, that's it, I'm done. Oh no, I'm better off alone. Oh no, no. Kind of like this. Does that trigger you? Does that ring a bell for you? Then this part of the message is definitely for you. And it's okay if it's not. Don't worry about it. And this is no judgment from me. That's no criticism. But it's so important to realize this, because if you realize where something is coming from, you can heal it and you can address it. And that's power, because otherwise you are giving your power away. And you are missing out on your blessings. Not because they're not meant for you, not because they're not ready to come in for you, but because you are shielding yourself. Be mindful that you're not your biggest stumbling block. And I'm not saying this to make you feel bad about yourself. Instead, I want to encourage you. It is already in the palm of your hands. But what it requires is a little bit of faith, a little bit of courage, just a little more, just a little bit more. Do it, because you are going to get rewarded. And don't settle for less, only because it maybe fulfills some of your criteria that you have. Ticks like some of your boxes. You deserve something and someone that ticks all of the boxes. And not only you, also the person that you're connected to. And that can only happen if you also have the courage to embrace that and also be open towards it. Age issues. You feel too old or young to date or have issues with your partner's age. You know what I'm getting here with age issues? It's more like the time pressure of society. So for instance, if you are like me in my 30s, and there are just societal expectations that if you are not married or you are not having kids by a certain time in your life, that you are already a lost cause. Yeah, you're never gonna find it. And I hate stuff that says never. Like all of these absolutes. Because I feel like they're like curses, right? Because what we speak, it's like a spell. And this is why, I have someone very close to me. Doesn't matter what my relationship is to that person. It's a feminine energy, who constantly makes remarks that are very hurtful for me, because I would never say something like that to another person. And it is as if this person is casting a negative spell on me, right? Because this person is basically speaking out everything that I'm fearing and basically making it a very great possibility that this is going to take place. But I have been learning to stay more calm with it and to not take it on, because only energy that we are accepting into our field can actually create an effect on our field. You're not too old or too young or anything. Age and time does not matter, because everything is arriving at the right time. And yes, it can be so triggering sometimes, but maybe it just needed a little longer. But what if, and I love this, I don't know who said it, but I just saw it and heard it somewhere else again. What if you had to wait longer for something to arrive, because the blessing that is going to arrive in your life is so much greater than what you could have imagined? And I'm not saying to be sitting there and twiddling your thumb, not doing anything. No, go out there. Go out there, live your dreams, do what you can control. What is in your circle of power, in your circle of control? What can you control? And whatever you can control, take control of it. Do it. Do it, okay? And everything that is outside of your control, have faith that everything is going to align like those dominoes by the universe. And maybe it just took a little more time, because that one domino, it was just 30 degrees off. But those 30 degrees, or maybe 3 degrees, they were relevant. Because otherwise you wouldn't get this good fortune that you wanted. And maybe it just took longer, because for that 3-degree change, you needed a change in that other person that you're connected to that is part of your good fortune. Okay? Whew. I just think this is so unique and insightful. And I think I might start be doing this. That's it. This is what I meant with not twiddling your thumbs, okay? Do not self-neglect, okay? Do not neglect your own needs in relationships. Self-care is key. Honey buns, self-care. Do not give too much, okay? And instead of giving too much, give to yourself, okay? Because otherwise you are going to end up depleted, okay? Balance it. A balance of give and take. Yeah, that's it. I'll leave it right here. I'm sending you absolute love and light. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.